When I moved out and
I'm going to go through a time where
Majority of people, if they want to do something, they can get to do it, especially if you're living out.
What's the transition like from A-levels, or that atmosphere that you have in A-levels, to then uni? Like, what's the one thing that you look forward to?
yeah, I mean, when I went to uni, it was more about when I spoke to people that had been uni before me, it was all about, look, if you go uni, you're gonna have such a great time. If you live out, you're gonna have the best time. At the start, I didn't live out when I went to uni, but what I was looking forward to is just what everyone kept on going on about is the independence that you'll get, and you'll learn a lot of skills that are very important in life, but you have to learn them by yourself. You can't do it whilst you're at home. So yeah, that's one of the things I was looking forward to.
For me, like personally, when I went to university and stuff, like this experience, I cherish it a lot, you know, like I think it was very good, adds a good value to your life. Time management wise, you learn a lot more, you develop yourself as a character. Living out, especially at university, you learn how to be independent as a person, and it really establishes you to become a man, you could say. It's all about how your own perspective is of going to university. Like for me, it was majority about, you know, achieving my goals. Education wise, you know, building up my career. The foundation of your career will be going to university.
generally like living outside and being completely free and being on your own, being independent, it does give you a sense of like, I can do whatever I want. My parents haven't got their eyes on me. I'm in a different city where, you know, I might not know a lot of people, or my family might not know a lot of people, and it's easy for me to do things. And you know, they say that university are your golden years of life, because that's where you learn the most about yourself. That's where you make the most strongest and most powerful friendships and connections, and those are the main years that change who you are as a person.
With the mixing thing, it's something we've grown up with here. It goes to a different level when you're at uni, because that is the time where before in college you see everyone up until about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Now you're seeing everyone at midnight. You go home whenever you want, you come out whenever you want. You know, you're with so many different types of friends that you've just made at university who are all have got different backgrounds.
When you interact with other people, it builds your personality as a person. If you shy away from mixing in with guys that you might not even get along with at the beginning, you limit yourself to how you can build your personality as a person. Mixing in with all these social groups and learning about all these different life changes, because I was never exposed to these before when I went to university.
You're learning a lot about yourself, you're learning a lot about life, and that's when you're most free to be around different people, be around different genders. You're more yourself.
If a guy that's not been around many females before and all of a sudden is very excited by it, he'll easily choose girls over projects doing library work.
The importance of Khuddam staying close to Jamaat, especially at university, is that you realise that if you implement the values of the Jamaat throughout university, it helps you a lot throughout your years, you know.
Being in a mosque completely changes your attitude. Well, now it does for me. Being in a mosque, being in an environment which you know is good for your health, mentally, psychologically, that has helped me in so many ways, because it brings me back down to earth and makes me realise what my values are, what kind of person I'm meant to be.
What I noticed that going to the mosque, getting involved with as many Jamaat people as you can, because they really are your real friends. You know, you make friends out there at university. They're very influential in different ways. These people from the Jamaat, they are influential in a good way. You can come out of university and live the life of a university student, or you can learn the right ways and have principle and morals and with respect, how we're taught in the Jamaat.
You like value the true essence of religion, you could say, in that sense, because all this stuff is materialistic, you know. It's never going to have any value in your afterlife, for example, as well.
The Review of Religions team sought guidance on this matter from Hazur, and Hazur mentioned that the Prophet ﷺ has stated 3 points to kind of move away from any sort of bad deed. The first one is actually acknowledging that this deed is bad and it's affecting you spiritually and physically as well, and to actually hate that act. Secondly, be determined to stay away from that act. And with regards to this matter, being in relationships, Islam has a very beautiful teaching, and that is to lower your gaze. And thirdly is to develop your love for God Almighty to an extent that it exceeds or supersedes any love that you may have for anything else in this world. But in essence, our love that we have for other things like family, siblings, that is a manifestation for our love of God Almighty. And any deed that kind of takes us away from God Almighty, in essence, is a bad deed. It's just a phase that people go through. When they go to uni, you meet them after a couple of years and they tell you that they're in love. When actually it's not love. What they don't realize is they're just attracted to certain desires, or certain things attract them, and then they feel that they're in love. When actually the commitment and what love actually is, you don't realize until you're actually married, and what devotion it takes to actually make a marriage work as well.
Make sure to like, comment below and subscribe to our YouTube channel and other channels for the latest content.